Hey, my name's James Nicholson. I hope you're well. This is the data from the last video, but I think it's very relevant to what I want to talk to you about today. Now, I haven't been standing here for 24 hours, don't worry. I've been filming this back to back just to make sure that you're a little bit not confused on this one. So in this video, I want to talk about the landlord exodus, what it means for us, how can you potentially get some cheap properties, and what it's going to mean longer term for everyone in the property industry. Now, while you're here, make sure you smash that like button over there, guys. We're trying to get 100,000 views on YouTube this month. That's really hard, just in case you're unsure. But we're on the way to get there. So everyone that smashes that like button, you've helped us. Let me know in the comments if you smash it. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification. I want to hit 7,000 subscribers next week. I think we're going to do that. But if you haven't subscribed, do that now. So, record numbers of landlords are leaving. We've had 500,000 landlords leave recently, and that are looking to leave. 500,000 landlords are looking to leave the market. That is insane, right? Now, there's only 2.7 million landlords in the market. 30% of landlords have left in the last few years, and that's because of various different things. And we can use the other side of the board. This will keep some of you excited. So, because a lot of you say, why don't we use this bit of the board? So, one of the main reasons is Section 24. That's the tax implications, meaning you get taxed on all of the income on your property. No other business runs like this. It's ludicrous, but it doesn't look like it's going to get changed anytime soon. Next is Section 21. I was speaking to a landlord today about this. This scares a lot of landlords. It doesn't scare me, but it scares a lot of landlords. And this means that you can't just give notice on your tenant because you want your property back. There's got to be real valid reasons. We call it no-fault eviction. You could just want your property back before and get that. Now, that's going to expire. And if your tenant is paying rent, you've got to have a real solid reason why you want to get them out and actually follow through on that. So if you say you want to sell it, there's going to be people checking. If someone then said, well, you didn't sell it, you could effectively get sued, which could be a bad situation to be in. So Section 21 is going. EPCs. This is scaring a lot of people. We've talked about this a few times on the channel. EPCs are energy performance certificates. And this is a real worry because there's no clarity. We had a date of 2025 we needed to do this. Then it went to 2028. Now Michael Gove is saying there isn't a date. We'll see what happens and we'll update you soon. But landlords need to know a clear path so they can budget and plan the improvements that they do to their house. Also, we want to know if we do some improvements today. Let's say I put solar on there today and I can only get to a grade D because of that. Do I then get that counted towards the £10,000 that I've got to spend, or are you going to want me to spend more? So people delaying purchases is not smart. We need a clear path on what's happening to that, and that's scaring some landlords, and so they're leaving because of that. Prices are also a worry. People are expecting prices to drop. We did the land registry data this week. They haven't dropped. They're actually up. Nationwide and Halifax are saying they're down. Land Registry, which is the ultimate final data, that also includes cash purchases, are saying house prices are up at the moment. Right, so they don't forecast what's going on like Nationwide and Halifax do, but they're saying there is a problem there. Next is interest rates, right? So there's interest rates. These are not good at all. They keep going up 14 times now. They're going to go up again. Wages are the big problem. Inflation's not great, but wages are going up higher than inflation now. The Bank of England have already said last weekend that's not acceptable. Not really acceptable. I think that's crazy. People need to earn more money. Of course they do. They've just gone through a really difficult pandemic. Now they've had record inflation or long inflation. This is insane, but that's what they're going to do. They're going to put the interest rates up to stop wages going up. Now, the interest rates leads into this, which was in my last video, which you can go and check out. 8,980 landlords are in arrears at the moment. That's a lot. It's actually so much up. It's up 28% in the last quarter. Very bad news for those landlords. Now, potentially those landlords might have tenants that aren't paying them rent. That stops their income. Then they're not paying the mortgage off the back of that. I get it. That happens, right? Not great situation to be in though. Maybe they have Section 24 problems, so the tax burden is so high that they're just not paying their mortgage because of that. Or maybe some of these other reasons, right? There could be various different reasons. The interest rates are hitting them, tons of different reasons. But 28% of landlords, this 28% up in a quarter. In just a quarter, it's gone up to 8,980 landlords that are in arrears. Now, how can you help? Also, repossessions are up 7% at the moment. So how can you guys come in and help? Now, any landlord that sits in this scenario here, they don't want to get repossessed. They'd rather give the property away to someone for free if they could. Because if they get repossessed, they potentially could go bankrupt. That's going to hit them for years. They might not be able to get a proper bank account. They might not be able to start a business. There's so much implications of potentially going bankrupt that they just want to avoid. So what you could offer them is a strategy called a lease option. And that's where you buy a property for £1, you secure the property at a price today. Now, they might be in a situation where they can't accept less than 100 grand, but the property today might be worth 90, but they need 100. You can't pay 100 if it's worth 90. You wouldn't. You'd go and find a deal that is priced correctly. So what you can offer is a lease option where you say, I'll give you £1 today. I'll take on all the responsibility. I'll pay your mortgage payments, so you're not going to get repossessed. But we'll agree £100,000, but I need the market to recover. I need to give it some time to go up, to go down, to go sideways, for the interest rates to get a bit more stable. But I'll take on the property. I'll do all the maintenance. I'll cover everything in that deal. But you just need to give me some time to let the market recover. That takes all the stress away from that person. You have the option then to buy that property within an 8-year period, or whatever you agree. You could offer 10 years if you want. And so that is an attractive way to buy a property in this market. You wouldn't be able to get these kind of deals if you didn't have people that were in distress and potentially getting repossessed. This pool of people here, 8980, are people that are really going to be receptive to a lease option. They might even take cash deals below market value because they just need to get rid of the property, get the bank off of their back. That's what they want, the headache gone. So these are where you can get below market value deals. Now, unfortunately, this number 8980, that's going to keep going up. You're going to see that going up. It's gone up 28% in a quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this year, that number sits at around 12,000 to 14,000 people that own a buy-to-let that are in difficult situation. Interest rates keep going up. People are coming off fixed rate deals. Maybe they've got a bad tenant. There's tons of reasons for that. And so lease options are a great strategy that you could use. Now, you can't just go and offer someone and write it on a piece of paper. You need to know how to structure this deal properly. And I can teach you that in the Property Accelerator for £1. And so if you want to join the Property Accelerator on a trial, click on the link below, get yourself enrolled in the Property Accelerator and give it a whirl for 7 days. Learn this strategy the right way. Find out who the solicitors are that you should be dealing with to set this up. But it's a real good strategy in today's market. I've got some lease options that I'm looking at. I tried one on a deal the other day. If you watch the channel, you know that. They were close to doing it, but they didn't. So not everyone's going to do that. Some people want their money today, right? So I'm buying a property through probate. They just want the money. They're really open about this. They just want to go on holiday, which is fair enough. They've lost a family member, and so they just want to have a good memory with their family, and so they want a fast sale because of that. So when it's out of probate, we'll complete the transaction in 7 days, and they'll be able to move on, and we'll have a great little deal on our hands there. So let me know your thoughts on this. What do you think about the landlord exodus? It is an opportunity. So there are great deals to be had. Also, you're not preying on vulnerable people, you're helping somebody here, right? You're helping someone stop them going bankrupt and stop them getting a repossession on their property, and also keeping the tenant in a property if you've got a sitting tenant. Anyway, let's get to 100,000 views. So if you didn't earlier, smash that like button, subscribe and hit the bell. Check out all the other content. If you watch one more video, that'll help us get there even quicker. So go and watch this.